Good morning, everyone. We've had 19 new COVID cases overnight. This brings the total number to 28. This is concerning, and it demonstrates that the virus is active in our community. We have been expecting this, though, and we will continue to see more cases in the coming days. The high levels of testing that we're seeing in our community are giving us a very good level of surveillance as to where the virus is in our community. Yesterday, there were 5,723 tests conducted across the ACT. That is a significant number. Combined with the previous day's testing, it is giving us a very clear picture of where the virus is at this point in time. It gives us strong indication also of the close and casual and secondary contacts that we need to be chasing at this point in time. So thank you, Canberra, for coming forward to be tested in such great numbers. We'll continue to expand our testing capacity, and we'll talk more about that this morning. I want to thank you for listening to the advice of our public health professionals. This is so important at this point in time. Spending the time to get tested gives us the surveillance we need to try and get ahead of this virus. It's been so important in our response. Now, the new cases include at the Lynham High School. The community has already been made aware that one of the confirmed cases announced today is a student. The student is a close contact of an existing case and was infectious unknowingly whilst at school. This means that the entire school community are considered close contacts. We are also particularly concerned about the instrumental music program exposure at the UC Kaleen High School last Monday. However, there are no wider impacts for Kaleen High or the IMP program. We urge anyone who was there at the exposure time to quarantine, but to come forward and get tested. Arrangements are being established to support appropriate testing capacity for close contacts of this school, which we will outline in a moment. Regrettably, we also have an aged care worker who has tested positive. The employee works at the Greenway Views Village in Tuggeranong, and we believe was unknowingly infectious during a shift. The employee had received a first dose of the vaccine. We are working with the facility managers and providing additional healthcare support. The facility is now in lockdown to manage a potential outbreak. We will keep the families of the residents up to date on what is happening on site and the care that will be provided to their relatives. Now, the decision that the government made last week to implement a lockdown was taken to protect our community and to support our strong public health response. As today's figures demonstrate, the virus is active in our community, and there are now thousands of close contacts and a growing list of exposure sites. This is a serious situation. We do not want to see the numbers continue to grow, and we do not want to see exponential growth as we have seen in other jurisdictions. So the best way that we can avoid this is to limit our movement. Please stay at home. Lockdowns are a proven measure to suppress chains of transmission of the virus. They have worked elsewhere in Australia and overseas, and if we do the right thing, it will work here in Canberra. But given the situation that we now face, with a growing number of cases and exposure sites, acting on the advice of the Chief Health Officer, the government will extend the lockdown for a further 2 weeks until Thursday, the 2nd of September. We will, of course, continue to assess the situation each and every day, and if we can end the lockdown earlier than the 2nd of September, we will. We are finalising arrangements for the details of this extension and will provide a comprehensive set of information for the community, for businesses, for everyone impacted at tomorrow's press conference. This morning I advised the Prime Minister of our decision, and our governments will work together to provide continued economic support and social support for our community. And again, further details will be provided in the coming days. So finally, Canberrans, my message today is please stay at home. The virus only transmits when people come into close contact with each other. The best thing that you can do to support yourself, your family and friends, and our community is to stay at home. It is that simple. If you have any symptoms or you are identified as a close contact, please come forward for testing. If you do have to venture outside of your home, please be really, really careful. Wear a mask, keep your distance from others, and regularly wash your hands. We'll have further details of the arrangements for the extended lockdown tomorrow, but for now, please stay safe, look after yourselves